Hi everyone, it's Clyde at Vibrant Soap, and today I'm going to be making Medieval Dragon, which is my version of a Dragon's Blood soap. And that name, Dragon's Blood and Medieval Dragon, is so dramatic and awesome and mysterious, so I thought that this soap deserves to have a look to it that is the same, mysterious and all. The fragrance is also kind of interesting. It's a mix, but I thought I'd take you on a field trip today. I'll show you the little field trip before the color tutorial. The field trip just has my exploration of finding Dragon's Blood fragrance, and I hope you find it entertaining. If not, I'll tell you where you can go in the video so you can speed up and miss all this part. But there is a color tutorial right after our field trip. So let's get started. So I thought we'd walk in my neighborhood where I knew that there were some dragon trees growing. They're beautiful. You can see these are young and they're already forming the typical umbrella shape here. And if I sliced into that, which I'm not going to do, a reddish sap comes out and it can be dried into resin. So this is one source of dragon's blood. Just beautiful looking at them. Really native to Socotra, an island in the Arabian Sea. Now let's go back and make some soap. I'm going to make this color tutorial pretty quick today. I've already mixed up some red with just a little bit of black in it so that I get something that's not too terribly cherry red, because this is Dragon's Blood. And if you don't know, Dragon's Blood is not cherry red, it's a bit more maroon, a slight maroon. So there's that. And then I have a lilac, just like a pastel of purple. I added a little bit of blue to this just because some purples tend to look a little bit more pink. So I added a dab of blue in that to make it a little bit more on the bluer side of purple with white to make that wisteria lilac color. And then of course I'm going to have some white and I'll paint that in there even though it's hard to see. And finally a little bit of black as an accent, and that black is really going to be swirled with the red, so just dab that in there. And I think it'd be a pretty striking combination for the Dragon's Blood. Just kind of dramatic scent, dramatic name, so it may as well have a dramatic look to it. Okay, everything is emulsified, so let me just pour the colors. So I'm going to need quite a bit of white and a little bit of purple, like a little more white, and then not as much red. So the rest will be the white, purple. I can use more white on top, so I think I'll just do that. And this better be good because I worked so hard to get that Dragon's Blood. I never really went straight to the source before, so I think it's fresh too. Okay, so let's get that blended. And I also need to put my non-darkening fragrance in the white and purple. And the Dragon's Blood and the red and black. So I want some light areas in my design, as you know. So this is another way of dealing with darkening soap batter. So this is my black. I want to do my white first. And that's nice purple. I added a little bit of titanium dioxide to the red also, so that when it does discolor, it doesn't discolor too badly. And the black. Okay, so I am going to combine the red and black for the middle, but I'm going to do that after I do the sides. So I want this purple. It's going to be a full house in there. Save a little bit. Give that a nice deep stir. I'm going to get that in the sides. I'm always really sloppy when I do these dividers just because there's hard to get in there. I'm going to get one of those narrow spouted pourers. Okay, that's good. Still have some for the top. And then I'm going to do the middle with black and red. Probably made a little bit more black than I really wanted, but can't worry about spilled soap. And two, and I'll get that poured in the middle. See that going over the edge there, but that's okay because I have enough to take care of the top also. So I have my hanger tool as well. So let's get this out of the mold first. I love the smell of dragon's blood. Alright, so let me do the swirl first and then I'll do the top. And then what I want to try to do is more of a controlled hanger swirl. And I want it asymmetric, so I'm going to spin the soap around this way on that side and this way on the other way. Let's see, is that right? Go up. Maybe I'll go for symmetrical. So I'll go down the middle and around. Down the middle, came completely out. And get the rest of my red and black, which is the color of real dragon's blood. And lastly, the purple. Make sure that red doesn't get covered over. And I also have a gold mica drizzle. So I think gold's really appropriate for this sort of medieval dragon soap. And I also mixed some intergalactic glitter from Nitra Soap with my shimmer gold mica. Make it shine a bit more. Has a real nice sparkle to it. Alright, let's see. just want a free-form chopstick swirl here. Sort of like paisley. There we go. Yeah, I like how that turned out. Now, if the inside turned out as nice as the top did, I'll be really happy. So let's look at that top and go to the cutting video. Okay, couldn't wait to cut into this one. Oh, that's great. So wondering how that red was going to show up. The red and black. Do this. And I suspect that as we get into the loaf with more cuts, we're going to see more of the swirls. That's pretty typical, that the edges don't get the hanger swirl as much. Oh, what's that? Looks like fire. So that's suitable for a dragon soap. And I like the swirls of the lilac color in there too. Looks like an eye in the sky. Like that. And there's the top. And that almost looks like a tiger swirl up there. A crouching tiger. The dragon's not really hidden. But there's that tiger swirl again. Oh, that looks like a dragon's face there. So that's it. Leave with this one showing. And thanks for watching again. And we'll see you real soon. I've got some other videos lined up. And I'll be back soon. Bye, everybody.